Well, good evening. It's now 10 o'clock and I'm actually on the A39 section between Minehead and Bridgewater. I'm just stopped at Willerton. I saw there was a spa open. Just stopped to get myself Costa coffee, have about a 10-minute break here. I haven't been drinking coffee all day. The plan was to sort of like abstain today, so hopefully that's going to give me a super hit. I don't know whether that works or not, but placebo possibly it will. Got some sticky cakes as well to keep me going through the night. So the plan is around about 1:30, 2 o'clock, sort of see how I feel really. I'm going to bivvy down. There is a 24-hour McDonald's at Street, so I don't think I'll be quite that far by then. So I'll either be having 90 minutes or 180 minutes sleep. I'll probably explain why one or the other later on actually. Mate of mine, Adam Watkins, makes YouTube videos. I was watching one of his the other day. He was on an all-nighter. Really good tip. It just never occurred to me actually. Don't let the machine determine the strength of the coffee. Just the water always comes out first. Just hold it back and let the water drain through the machine. And just put in the exact amount you want. And then the coffee comes out second, so you get the full blast of it. So yeah, really good tip. Look, picking up tips from other people actually. That's a really good one actually. Said, well, it's 1:45 and I'm just riding through Bridgewater. I've just passed the 200-mile mark, so 51 to go. So probably in about an hour and a half's time, I'm going to start thinking about somewhere to sleep. I could get through a 400 without sleeping, but I disturbed my wife getting up this morning, and I don't really want to be getting home at 2:30, 3:30 in the morning. So the time allowance I've got for this ride, 28 hours 13 minutes, which means I set off at 5 this morning. I've got till 9:15 tomorrow morning. So ideally have some sleep, possibly stop in McDonald's and have a coffee and a bacon bap or something. Ideally get home about 8:15 tomorrow morning, give myself about an hour in hand. Okay, well it's now 10 to 1, I'm going to be talking quite quietly. I've actually joined the A39, I'm about 4.5 miles from Street, and that's where the 24-hour McDonald's is. I'm actually going to sleep for a few hours in this church porch, really nice and cosy in here. I've said it in some of my other videos, I know a lot of old axes prefer bus shelters, but I just find bus shelters can be problematic, you know. You're not always on a bus route, even if you are, you don't, maybe in unfamiliar surroundings, you don't know if you are or not. And also, you know, people can drive by and see you. I've been stopped there before by the police, you know, no hassle, just checking if I'm okay, you know. I've heard people beep as they go by and sort of drunk shout. Always feel vulnerable, whereas a churchyard's normally set back from villages, and also they're quite easy to find because obviously most of them are quite sort of distinctive, got towers, you can sort of home in on them. So my preferred sleeping quarters on an old axis, church porches. I'm okay sleeping in graveyards, I just feel it's safer. So I've actually bought my sole escape light bivvy bag along. I did an indoor test recently at Cirencester at the HQ of an all that I was riding, and it seemed to be okay, but obviously outdoors is going to be a little bit different. So the one I used last year, the emergency bivvy, really made me sweat badly. That would make me wake up shivering and quite cold. This one, the manufacturers assure you it doesn't make you sweat, and it certainly didn't indoors, but tonight's going to be its first real test. So without going into too much detail, I'm going to be sleeping 3 hours. I've set my alarm for 4 o'clock. That'll give me, when I wake up, 5 hours to do just over 41 miles, I think, so sort of contingency in case anything goes wrong. The reason I'm sleeping 3 hours is because I did some research a while back. It's all academic peer reviewed, and also I backed it up by looking at NASA, which seemed to sort of confirm it. When you go to sleep, you sleep in 90-minute sleep cycles. They consist of different phases such as light sleep, deep sleep, rapid eye movement. That's when you dream REM. What you really don't want to do is be woken out of deep sleep, with an alarm going off. So I experimented last year when I was doing my super rounding around the year. I would always sleep either an hour and a half, 3 hours, 4.5 hours. On one occasion I actually slept for 6 before pressing on and doing the remainder of the ride. And I just found it makes so much difference. You wake up just feeling fresh. So rather than just giving it any old sort of time, I'll set the alarm for 4, crash out for a few hours, there is some structure to it. So I researched this sleep strategy. It works for me, definitely. Had a really quite scary experience in France where on Paris I was quite shattered in the afternoon. I went to a control, paid for bunk, and just sort of said, can you wake me up in a few hours, whatever it was. And they woke me up, and I think it was out of a deep sleep, and I just woke out really confused, quite scared actually. Not only didn't I know where I was, I didn't know who I was, just for a few seconds, but it was really scary. And it gradually sort of dawned on them, oh my god, I'm in the middle of France, I'm halfway through a 1200k ride and I ache all over. So that prompted me when I came home to do the research. So like I said, it works for me. Nighty night, be up in about 3 hours unless I'm freezing cold, in which case I'll get up and press on before. Well, I'm now at McDonald's. I've just had a chicken sandwich, trying to get through some chips and a very welcome black coffee. It's about 20 to 5. I'm amazed I was able to eat that actually. The bivvy bag did not make me sweat, but I did wake up quite cold in it actually. I don't know whether it's just because I was in a very cold sort of location, or it's not as warm as the other one. At one point I was sort of thinking, gosh, I wish it was making me sweat actually, I might warm up a bit. Did notice there's a slight layer of not frost, but mist formed on some of the cars as I was coming into the street, so I think it did suddenly get quite cold. Before I stopped, I actually saw sort of like carpets of mist sort of descending in the fields. That's about 1 o'clock in the morning actually, so I'm not going to judge the bivvy bag just on this one night. Certainly didn't make me sweat, but it just sort of didn't really feel warm enough, to be honest. So I'm going to try it again in a few weeks' time on a couple more 400s. So I'm just going to get this down now, then the final leg back to Bath. I think it's 35, 36 miles now.